every business has a conversion process. Greg's, footfall, walking in, and they do loads of stuff on content and that kind of thing. Ryanair, if you look at some of the tweets that Ryanair put out, they kind of abuse their customers to some extent. It's, people who they have a seat and there's no window. You may have seen that one. And their usual comeback, you paid for the seat, not for the view, for example. That's traffic. And people share it because they find it funny. Other people are offended by it, of course, because people are offended by everything these days. But that is traffic. That's organic traffic. Do Ryanair run Facebook ads? Probably. Do they run email marketing, which is on the outside? Absolutely. Are they driving everything to that middle conversion process? Absolutely. So in your business, what is the conversion process? What do you want the person to do? And most people don't think about that. They go, well, I sell, I don't know, I've got a GoPro on my desk. So I sell GoPros. Okay. What do you want them to do? Find out the top 10 things a GoPro can do. No. You want them to buy the GoPro, so you need to give them enough reason, and you've got to drive enough traffic. So targeted traffic of people who want to buy GoPros. So that's where a person should be in their business. And that, if you're a property investor, you have to understand what is the conversion, what do you want your person to do.
So moving on slightly again, Dan. So could you give us a quick case study of a lead funnel that's actually worked for a property investor?
Yeah,
anything which comes to mind?
Yeah, we did one. It was in Manchester, and we wrote what we call a lead magnet. A lead magnet is something that somebody just downloads for free, and it generates a lead. And the lead is name, address, email address, normally. And you can ask other questions if you want, like postcode, for example, because that could be useful. We've got another client right now who's asking for, because it's a technical sale for scientists, so they're asking for job titles, which is a great qualifier to see if the lead's any good. But for property investors, this one wanted a very specific subset of HMO owners. This was guys who were over like 60, who were tired, fed up of being a landlord, plenty out there at the moment. And HMOs is more work, obviously. So we ran very specific targeting ads. We had this lead magnet, and the lead magnet was called, "Is this the death of HMO investing?" And the answer obviously is no, just to ruin it. But that was a curiosity-driven headline, because people are like, what's the death of HMO investing? That's interesting. But because it was targeted for guys over 55 and 60 in a very specific postcode area, that's what we ran. And so that would generate leads of guys over 55 and 60 in that specific area. They'd fill in the form, and the guy would go and phone them. And they wanted to convert HMOs into apartments. Because usually HMOs are really big, and especially in Article 4 areas, by the way. So you can't do a HMO in an Article 4 area, usually. You need permission to do that, and they never give it. But what you can do is you can get, if it's on 3 floors, each floor could be an apartment. So it might need, you might need to build some stairs in there and so on. But they can't sell these bigger buildings to HMO investors because you can't get the Article 4 license. So that's an alternate way of doing it, and that's what these guys were doing, and doing it very successfully.